Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So here we are with a full breakdown of the Firebase Z Easter egg steps. It's not too tough and a little less random than initially thought of on day one. I haven't fully covered the power setup on this guide as it is fairly straightforward with the map giving you the exact directions where you need to go, but I do have a guide which I'll link in the descriptions below of how to do that, giving you components straight off the bat, and also the craftable wonder weapon steps are there. Again, that'll be in the description below. So that's all there is to it. If the guide is useful, it would be super appreciated if you could drop a like or any comments on and feedback in the comments below. If you want to see more content, a sub would go a long way to growing the channel and getting a custom URL. So that being said, let's get into it. The what? Sorry?
The extractor.
The trap.
Oh my god!
All that happened then was right. I just you go oh my god as I spun around and I just saw your nameplate going across the screen. What the f did you do? Okay, so first step, we need to get through the teleporter, activate power so that we get Pack-a-Punch and we can kick off the main Easter egg. I've got a separate guide for doing that, but it's fairly straightforward. You pretty much just follow the waypoints. So once all that's done, I will be back with the next steps of the Easter egg. Yeah, essentially for the Easter egg setup, the first thing you need to do with power is go to each three of these, do a lockdown, kill zombies. Once all three are active, you go back to spawn. We kick off the next step.
Okay, we'll play.
Okay, now we've got power active. They're all starting to talk now. Ravenov is speaking. I've left the subtitles on for just for the content. But anyway, we need to go back to here and we need to speak to Ravenov once all this is active. So now we've got Pack-a-Punch as well at the same time. Okay, just get out of here a second. We've got two left. Okay, cool. So yeah. Next step then is, now that we've spoken to him, we need to go and speak to Peck back in the main area. Okay, so the next step then is to go back through to the main area. Once we're in this main area, we need to come up through to here. And go and have a conversation with Peck.
I do appreciate
this fella by here.
Power. Saves me the trouble.
Speak to him. No more games, Peck. Where are you keeping her? Blah, 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 blah. I would recommend while you're doing all this to do as many, kick off as many trials as you can. You want to try and maximise your chances of getting the free wonder weapon. You want to do the side mission as well to get the free one. I do have a guide for how to do that manually, which I will leave in the description below. Okay, once you've spoken to Peck, you need to come back through to the main area and then talk to Ravenov again. When you talk to him, he will give you a keycard that you need to go and find the next quest items. We're going to speak to Ravenov. Move out of the way a little bit.
Like I can't miss.
There it is. Cool.
Find the compounds, make a dose, then we give Peck.
So the first vial that we need to get is actually in spawn, so we might as well go and grab it now. All you need to do is go through up into here and interact with this thing here. And we get vial number 1. And the other two are back in the main area. Okay guys, here we go. So we can get cracking. The boring back and forth has kind of stopped a little bit. So we've got one of the vials. We need to get vial number 2 and vial number 3. Vial number 2 is over here. Underneath here in engineering. There's another one of these cabinets here. Interact with it as with the other one. And there's our second one. And then the third one, military command control room. We need to go upstairs to this little general's office bit here. Colonel, sorry, my bad. Open this one up. Here we are. Oh god. Okay, now we've got the 3 serums. Look at the back, we've got the 3, and then there's a little sort of device left in that little segment. So what we need to do is come up to here. Interact with this machine here. It'll start spinning around. Just be wary because dogs are going to start spawning in. Some of the flamehound dudes. So we need to just be careful with those, and they start spawning in. I like to run out a little bit if it gets a little bit dicey, just because I'm on fire, my bum's burning. And they won't leave me alone. There we go. There's one more left, I think. Yeah. So once that's done, head back through, interact with the machine again, and it will give you the item that's the next thing we need.
An aerosol delivery.
Agent delivery system. Next step, we need to smoke out Mr. Peck. Well, I say smoke out, we're going to infect him with the truth serum. Make him talk. So to do that, you come up to here, and there's this little aircon vent here. Attach. And it'll start gassing him out. Now we wait for him to do whatever he's doing, and it'll keep giving us prompts eventually to speak to Peck. We keep doing that until he tells us to go to the data center.
Peck,
Here we go.
now, how do we open the portal? Tell us the truth.
So we need to head over to the data center, which is this big satellite here. Once we're in the data center, we need to head through to the back corner here, and it'll give us an option to eventually, once he shuts up, unlock, and then pick up. This is an essence trap that we need to use to trap three specific mimics around the map. Okay, so what happens is, in each of the areas, this is one of them, there'll be a load of these equipment things. One of them will spawn a mimic, like this one here. There is no randomness to this. There'll be one per wave, and it'll be an area around the map where there's 4 sort of equipment drops that there are in that little area. So what you need to do is weaken the mimic that spawns, and you drop the essence trap when he's near it. Double tap your whatever it is to explode your C4, depending on your button map. Mine, it's double tap X. Pick up the device, and then we take it back. Insert essence trap. Grab the next one. We need to do that 2 more times. It's 1 per wave, so we do need to go another wave to do it. One of the locations for the mimic, or the second one, is they could spawn in these 3 spots, but in any particular order. So one of the next ones is up here. I just saw the actual drop there, so yes, it's going to be this one on this run. So come in, there he is, he's spawned, drag him out, drop down, weaken him, trap him. That's got him, sweet. Hello. Well, why is it not picking up? It's a bit jank. What? There we go, got it.
Downloading memories.
Okay, and then we go another wave. And he's over here in the moat pool area. So there we go, spawn him in. I'm at the end of the wave, makes it nice and straightforward. Get him. So you will know it's the right ones based on if it gives you a code, or like it has them there, or it'll give you the coordinates for Samantha in the Dark Ether. So now we've got all 3 of those, we need to go and interact with this, and it gives us the floppy disk. Woohoo! So now we've got the floppy disk. What we want to do is go up into this room here and whack that disk into here. It'll start doing stuff, and then eventually this door will open here. Okay, now this door is open, run up, and a portal will spawn in. Away from these guys. Just wait for Weaver to say maybe Peck can prove useful. That gives you your clue of what you need to do next, which is go and speak to Peck. Okay, as we were told to do, our next step is to go and speak to Mr. Peck.
We need to stabilize the portal, and I will
Take them to the ether reactors. Should work. Now, leave me alone. Please.
Now that's done, he closes that, and we need to go, once all the talking is done, that locker that I just looked at, we need to interact with it to open it. The code is 1260. Enter code, locker opens, and we get the ether scoop. Okay, this next step can happen out of order. You can do it at any point, but you need to go and grab a shovel because we need to start digging up some stuff. So it's in here, in Scorch Defense, in this little room here. So now we need to go and get the 3 jars, so the canister markers on our back screen there. The first one is in Open Lot. What we need to do is dig into this spot here. It'll spawn in this random dude. And then it'll spawn a load of these. At the moment it's a little jank with the field of view, which kind of helps weirdly. So see the cloud, it's got sort of black darkness within it. That we need to find one that doesn't have that, basically. This one. Then what you do is you take it to the area where you're currently doing the trial, which in this case is this one. Add it in, job done. The last canister that we need to do is out here. It's sort of a lockdown step. We need to go and dig into one of these sites. Okay, so for the last one, we need to move around jungle defense and find the dig spot. Here we are. It'll spawn in, it ends the wave, and we've got to survive inside here, including dealing with these guys. Okay, once done, drop that into the appropriate reactor, which is near jungle defense. It's the corresponding one, basically. Okay, for this second vial, what we need is you need to make sure you've got the Raycate and it's alternate fire mode. And what will happen is you come here and dig, the canister will pop up, and what you need to do is once you get it in sight, you need to find where it's moved to, and you need to slow it down to calm it down. So to do that, you fire the alternate one, then it stops it, and then you grab it. And then we run and take that into the data center thingy. English is difficult sometimes. And whack it in. Okay, once we've got all 3 of those generators done, we need to follow the waypoint and go up to here. And then when we go in here, it'll eventually make this portal vanish. Ignore me for now. And now it's disappeared. Okay, for this next step, it's a little clunky, so you need to actually change something. I'm on Xbox, so what you need to do is go pause, settings, graphics, and change your field of view slider down to like 80, I think it's 82 or 84. And I believe it was Codename Pizza that found this, so, you know, dude's a legend. What you need to do is come up here, and eventually you'll be able to interact with this machine. And you need to interact with this, use your D-pad, and then you need to find
Located, and you can realign the dish down here to its position.
the map pointer with the question mark on it, which in this case was the far left. It'll be random each time, just to stop me dying from zombie swipes. I'm going to move them back out. Press A to align.
Realigning my satellite dish.
And then we start with this
What
bit.
are you up to out there?
Got your attention now, don't I, Peck? Stick around. You'll want to see this.
There's a whole animation and these lasers are going to start shooting. Okay, so what we're going to have is when you go up there, there's going to be a console that you need to interact with on the right hand side. That'll actually trigger the boss fight, so just don't, if you're not set up yet, don't go in and hold it just yet. There isn't any further steps. This is the whole setup done. Okay, so there it is, guys. That's all the setup steps up to the boss fight. That panel that it's giving you the waypoint for, if you click that, it'll actually take you straight into the boss fight. So there aren't any other steps after that. So if you were under set up, under prepared, don't go clicking that thing. Get yourself set up before that. I didn't the first time I tried to run this solo, and I went in with an unpack punch shotgun and no perks, and it didn't go very well. So the boss fight itself I'm going to keep in a separate video, just to kind of keep the videos short and as short as possible. So that'll be the next video that gets done after this. That video is from this run, so it's specifically this run. It's a solo run where I've run it and completed it. Ended up going flawless in it, which was quite nice. Yeah, so all of my socials and everything for any updates are below. If you want to get updated on any stuff on the channel, drop a follow, drop a sub, it'll help me grow. And I do stream zombies content live on Twitch, where the details will be down here, or they'll be in the description below. I'll add them down here. I'm not that lazy. Yeah, so if you want to jump in for some games or any questions, something's not clear in this, either drop it in the comments below or catch me live on Twitch. See you next time, guys. Bye bye.